AS Roma is a professional football club based in Rome. The club was founded in 1927 and has since become one of the most successful clubs in Italian football. They have won 3 Serie A titles, 9 Coppa Italia titles, and 2 Supercoppa Italiana titles. The team plays their home matches at the Stadio Olimpico and is known for their iconic maroon and orange home kit. AS Roma has a passionate fan base and is considered one of the most popular clubs in Italy. Today we will talk about the greatest players in the history of the Roman club. First on our list is one of the club's pioneers from the 1930s, Rodolfo Volpe. He began his career with the Gloria Fiume club in 1925. He then moved on to clubs such as Fiorentina and Fiumana before signing for AS Roma in 1928. Volpe quickly became one of the first idols at Testaccio, Rome Stadium. In his first Roman season, he teamed up with Fulvio Bernardini in attack, eventually scoring 24 goals. By the end of his time in Rome, he would score no fewer than 7 goals against Lazio in league encounters. He was gifted with a deadly shot, lightning quick and swift in movement, and most dangerous behind the goal thanks to his tightrope walking skills. Was particularly appreciated by the Giallorossi public and was nicknamed Sigfrido, later transformed into the more romantic Sigifredo. In his third Roman season, he became Serie A's top scorer with 29 goals. He was for a long time the only Roma footballer to exceed 100 goals in Serie A. Currently, he is surpassed only by Francesco Totti, Amedeo Amedei, Edin Dzeko, and Roberto Pruzzo in the overall standings. The next one is a Brazilian, one very appreciated in Rome. His name is Aldair. Aldair was acquired by Roma in 1990 for 6 billion lire by the club's president Dino Viola. Aldair played for Roma for 13 seasons, during which he won an Italian Cup in the 1990-1991 season, a Serie A championship in 2000-2001, and an Italian Super Cup in 2001. He was one of the most powerful defenders in the world, and was the backbone of the Roma defense and the Brazilian national team for more than a decade. Aldair won the captain's armband in the 1990s, which he would later hand over to Francesco Totti in the 1998-1999 season. The 2002-2003 season was Aldair's last season with Roma, and a farewell match called Aldair Day was organized in his honor. The Roma club initially retired the number 6 shirt in honor of Aldair, which was reinstated 10 years later at Aldair's request. In 2012, Aldair was inducted into the Capitoline Club's Hall of Fame. We continue with the legendary Italian player Bruno Conti. Conti began his football career in the youth teams of Nettuno and Anzio before joining Roma. Conti made his professional debut for Roma at 19 years old under coach Nils Lidholm. After a few sporadic appearances for Roma, Conti was loaned to Genoa for the 1975-1976 season, where he played as a regular starter and formed a strong partnership with Roberto Pruzzo. Conti returned to Roma in the following season and became a fan favorite. He was later loaned to Genoa again in an exchange deal that brought Pruzzo to Roma, but Conti did not perform as well in Serie B during this stint. He returned to Roma permanently in the 1979-1980 season and continued to be a beloved player for the club. In the 1982-1983 season, Conti won the Scudetto with Roma, the team's second, 41 years after the previous one. The following year, Conti and Graziani missed decisive penalties in the Champions League final against Liverpool, resulting in one of the biggest disappointments of his career. In his last season, 1990-1991, Conti played only one game in the UEFA Cup's round of 16, retiring at the end of the season. In addition to the Scudetto, Conti won 5 Coppa Italia with Roma between 1980 and 1991. Conti was one of the first 11 players to be inducted into Roma's Hall of Fame on September 20, 2012, highlighting his significant role in the club's history. Nicknamed Ago or Diba, Agostino Di Bartolomei is one of the key players who helped Roma reach the European Cup final. At the age of 13, he was scouted by Milan but declined their offer due to not wanting to move away from home at such a young age. He eventually joined the Roma Youth Academy and won 2 national titles with them in the early 1970s, while also making appearances in the first team. He scored his first goal for Roma in a match against Bologna in the 1973-1974 season. He spent the 1975-1976 season on loan to LR Vicenza in Serie B to gain more experience and played as a starter under the guidance of coach Manlio Scopino. Agostino became a key member of the Roma team after returning to his hometown in 1976 and rarely missed a game until the 1983-1984 season. He even became the team captain in the late 1970s. In total, the player played 308 games for Roma, including 146 games as team captain, and scored 66 goals. He also won 3 Coppa Italia trophies with the team and reached the final of the European Cup in 1984, which was the first and only time in the team's history. The team lost to Liverpool on penalties in that final. The player's last game for Roma was the Coppa Italia final against Verona in 1983-1984, which the team won. Despite being forced to leave the team, he remained popular with the fans, who expressed their support for him with a banner that said, "They took away Roma from you, but not your fans." Now we're going to talk about a player many of you remember fondly, Daniele De Rossi. De Rossi joined Roma's youth system in 2000 after playing as a striker for Ostia Mare. He made his first team debut in 2001 under manager Fabio Capello in the UEFA Champions League against Anderlecht. During his early seasons, he established himself as a permanent member of the starting lineup in the holding midfield position and was considered one of the most promising young Italian players in the league. He scored a memorable goal from 40 yards against Fiorentina and scored Roma's only goal in their Champions League quarter-final defeat against Manchester United. De Rossi signed a new 5-year contract with Roma in February 2012, becoming the highest-paid Italian footballer in Serie A at €10 million per annum. In the 2013-14 season, De Rossi played a crucial role for Roma, scoring goals and captaining the team in Francesco Totti's absence. He equaled Giuseppe Giannini's number of caps and became the 3rd highest appearance holder in Serie A history for Roma. In the 2015-16 season, De Rossi scored in his 500th appearance for Roma in all competitions and scored twice in a 4-4 away draw against Bayer Leverkusen in the 2015-16 Champions League. Daniele De Rossi became captain of Roma after Francesco Totti's retirement before the 2017-18 season. On September 26, 2018, De Rossi reached his 600th appearance for Roma in a 4-0 home win against Frosinone, making him only the 2nd player after Totti to reach this landmark. De Rossi played his 616th and final game for Roma on May 26 in a 2-1 home victory over Parma, making him the 2nd most capped player in the club's history after Totti. With Roma he won 2 cups and an Italian Super Cup and was also world champion with Italy in 2006. Described by Michel Platini as an artist on the pitch and a true number 10, Francesco Totti is truly the greatest player to wear the AS Roma shirt. Francesco Totti made his debut for Roma's senior team in Serie A at the age of 16. He started to play more regularly as a 2nd striker under Carlo Mazzone. Totti became the team's official captain and the youngest club captain in Serie A at the age of 22, inheriting the armband from Aldair, and was named Serie A Young Footballer of the Year in the 1998-1999 season. Totti spent his entire career at Roma, winning a Serie A title, 2 Coppa Italia titles, and 2 Supercoppa Italiana titles. He is considered one of the best players of his generation, known for his vision, technique, and goal-scoring ability. Totti holds many records, including being the second highest scorer of all time in Italian league history with 250 goals, the top goalscorer and most capped player in Roma's history, and the youngest club captain in the history of Serie A. He was also successful on the international stage, winning the 2006 FIFA World Cup and being selected in the All-Star team for both the 2006 World Cup and UEFA Euro 2000. Totti won a record 11 Oscar del Calcio awards from the Italian Footballers Association and was named in the FIFA 100 list of the world's greatest living players in 2004. After retiring in 2017, Totti was awarded the Players' Career Award and the UEFA President's Award.